And we're live.
Hello.
Welcome, Dabbleverse Universe. It is I, Schmuel Buckman, and my lovely, charming, talented, good-looking co-host
Thank you.
in his pink shirt.
Lovely, talented, good looking.
I'm stretching, Dave. I'm trying to find words. It's been a
You
long
could have
day. I'm
stretched.
tired. My vocabulary is weak, and I had Mrs. Buckman listen to our podcast,
Oh boy.
and she's like, "Oh, your mic sounds better, but you sure do a lot of ums and ahs and you
Aha.
like."
Yeah, it's difficult to get past that. Sometimes it's a crutch and you don't realize you're doing it, and then you go back and listen to yourself. You're just horrified sometimes.
Yeah, I was pretty
For me,
horrified.
it's
Yeah, I
you
know.
hear this all the time.
I thought
I,
it was
I hate it when
me.
other people do that.
When I first heard it, I thought it was me. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm an old lip smacking man," you
Yeah.
know?
Now it's
And
not as
then
bad as Stuttering John, but yeah.
and then I realized it wasn't me, and I was happy.
Good.
But
I was.
as you get older, right? As you get older, your teeth move apart,
Oh right.
and that's why a lot of these guys
Oh
you know,
yeah.
you're
Stop.
you're doing that, and that's the thing. And then I was watching our pal Stuttering John today, and I saw a clip. I don't know if it was from today's show, but he admitted that he might be 5'6.5", not 5'7.5" that he's been
Yeah, he's five
claiming,
six. Definitely
right?
5'6".
So, but the thing is so funny is that in May he went to the doctor and he got on the scale, and it was 5'7.5". It was 5'7.5". That's what the doctor said. The doctor measured my height, the whole bit. And here we are, what, 6, 7 months, 8 months later, and he went to 5'6.5".
Well, he's
You know,
short. And
the
he's shrinking. I
fastest,
mean, he's
the
shrinking.
fastest shrinking I've ever seen. But I
Yeah.
met him when I met him in Atlantic City last year. I would say he's 5'6", right?
Yeah, I
Like,
met him in May this year. He's definitely
right.
five
And
six. I'm 5'9".
5'6" was I'm a midget. I'm like 5'8", maybe. But I was like, yeah, 5'6", it's fine. And he keeps people were going on with like 5'2", 5'5", five
Oh yeah,
four, you
obviously.
know. But I'm like, I'll give him 5'6", so he's getting a little bit closer to the truth, which is good for him. The more truth he can do, the better off the better off we all are, you know.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
he, what do you think the over under is on his leaving? Think he'll do it?
Um, I don't know. Does he need the $60,000 a year? I guess he does. I don't.
I
I don't see somebody like him being like, oh, this 60 free $1,000, 60,000 easy dollars on the table. He doesn't have to do it during school hours or when the fuck he's working. I already know. I know he lost the job already and all that bullshit apparently. But like, what else is he gonna do for money? He needs money. Unless he's only like, when is his birthday? Maybe he's like a year from getting his full pension and all that shit, and maybe that'll hold him over until he fucking croaks. Who knows?
well, even
I
taking a
honestly don't
pension.
even care anymore. I don't even care about the future anymore. I stopped thinking about these hypotheticals because we were thinking about it the other day. Like I was thinking, oh, maybe he's trying to stick it to Vince the lawyer, or maybe he'll. I don't even care anymore. Croak already.
Wow, wow. I care because if he goes, I don't have a show. You know, we got to go.
Shmuel, you never had a show. You still don't have a show. This is not going anywhere.
This is not.
This is not. It's not dependent on Stuttering John. Believe me.
You're Mr. Positivity tonight. Oh, there's
I'm
no
just saying.
future. You don't have a show.
Don't do this for the show. Do
You
this
don't
for the
have
love
anything.
of the game.
I'm
I'm
doing it,
sure you.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure
I'm
you'll be
doing it
able
for
to
the
talk
love of
shit
the game,
about.
but I enjoy doing it. I definitely enjoy doing. I do enjoy doing it with you more than I enjoy doing it alone.
Well, the good thing is Aaron's young enough, and there'll be plenty of him for you to cover. Too bad Joey C is probably on his way out. I know that you got a lot going on with him soon.
I actually
I went on to Echo Pineapple's show today to go. talk to them about all the hot rumors about me joining Canalano TV. And the
Yeah,
rumors are false. I am not joining Canalano TV.
I'm like the scorned lover. I'm always the last to hear this shit. So
Joey keeps coming into my fucking for weeks now. He's been coming into my streams, asking me to be second chair on his show, and I don't know what we would talk about.
does
We
Lou
don't have
know
anything
this?
in common except for drugs, maybe.
Does Lou know this?
I don't know who Lou is. Oh, Lou the
His co-host.
No, I wouldn't
No.
know. I'm not subscribed to Joey. I don't watch his show. I'm not interested in doing your show, Joey. You're a fine guy. I'm not going after your family anymore. Stalin wants me to do it, but it's not going to happen.
I think you should do it.
I don't know. Base Pill wants me to do it. Stalin wants me to do it. But if we figure out a good angle to fuck with him at, where I can stay on the show and fuck with him, and it's not too obvious, then let's do it. But I'm not sitting here drawing up plays.
You could do what Quad did with Stuttering John, where everybody hated him.
Stupid.
They were
So dumb.
Well, you could be. Joey's probably asking you because he wants you to be his Clay Dabbler.
Just sit there and ball wash him.
Yeah, actually, Clay. I shouldn't say Clay does get back at him, right? Clay does. He does do stuff.
He does a little bit.
Rob Saul, on the other hand, that's he just ball washes.
Rob Saul is god awful.
He ball washes, then he polishes, sucks it for a little while, but I'm not going to do what you do.
Which is what? Mute
Burp.
myself? Oh,
Burp.
Yeah.
Burp.
I've been burping and these fucking micheladas, dude, they really give you heartburn, man.
Is that the shit that what's his name? That's the stuff that Vince was sending to John. John wanted Michelob Ultra, and
Vince
Vince
was getting some micheladas instead.
Are they the ones with the tomato juice in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bomb. Clamato. Oh,
Yeah.
It's so good.
You ever been to the Cayman Islands?
No. I haven't.
So-
I've been to the Virgin Islands.
They have oh man, what the hell is it called? It's not a
I've been
Bloody
to Little
Mary.
St. James Island.
There's another name for it. It's a Bloody Mary, but I think it's a Caesar. It's a Bloody Mary, but it's made with
Heartburn in a can.
Clamato,
Yeah, Clamato.
and they have a contest every year among the bartenders
Oh boy.
for this Clamato drink, and they put enough vodka in it.
Yeah, it's
Does
bomb.
it tastes great.
It tastes great. Heartburn in a can. That's right.
Tomatoes.
All right.
Tomatoes give everybody heartburn. What's your problem?
So what do we got on the docket today?
What do we got? We got nothing. So we got. I have the Ray DeVito fight with Carlos Danger,
Oh, okay. Let's get it.
but I kind of don't know what to. I don't know what to do with it. Like,
Ray's our friend, isn't he? Isn't it tough to talk shit about Ray, especially when it's become hack to talk shit about Ray. I think we should go the other way. I think we should start championing for Ray and start talking shit about MLC and Carlos Danger.
I can't talk shit about Carlos. Carlos is
Okay.
Carlos is Carlos was one of our early supporters
I know.
in this joking. Endeavor. I get it, Dave. The whole point of the show is you're gonna act like, oh yeah, I want to shit on Carlos, and then I'm gonna go, no, we're not gonna shit on Carlos, and then we go back and forth.
You're right. That's how it works. You're right.
All right, we don't.
I feel like I say that sometimes.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
Whenever people say that,
I don't want Carlos Danger to be all up on me. I don't need a second guy who's gonna fuck me up in AC like Leo Gunn is now. Jesus.
I don't picture Carlos as that kind of guy. I just don't see it. I think Carlos is quick enough to kill you with his words. He did.
Oh yeah, he's a silver-tongued devil.
He is a silver-tongued devil, and but he and I were chatting today about this whole situation, and I am at a loss. I can see how Ray can be over the top annoying.
Yes.
And but I like Ray at the same time. So
yeah.
I don't know. You know,
I like Ray too.
I'd like to think. Anyway, Carlos tried to help the guy out, and I don't think Ray accepted the help. And I know that with me, when I talk to Ray, you can give him pretty simple information, and no, man, it's okay, and he doesn't take it. And then 3 months later, 4 months later,
He's like
he's
asking you.
telling you what you said to him
Yeah, yeah,
as if it's fact. So
yeah. I know.
it's all
I
just
know.
it's all just a wee bit frustrating. But Carlos was upset about there were like some specific things, but the main thing that I took away from it is that Carlos felt like Ray was saying that he was the Carlos was mean to him and trolling him from the very beginning. And wow.
What are you looking at, buddy?
I just got a tweet, a direct message from somebody that said Ray reached out to Clippers and asked them not to clip Saturday's MLC.
Oh no, Ray, the Streisand effect. They were talking about that the other day with Liam. You don't.
Wow.
The more you bitch about it, the more it's gonna be done. I mean, those clips were all out by Sunday anyway.
No, I
I
know.
mean,
And who
by Sunday morning, all the clips are out. Like, what is he?
ask,
Ugh.
asking somebody not to clip something is akin to throwing, gasoline on the fire.
Oh boy, Ray.
It makes the
Oh boy.
Streisand effect. Yeah, I'll have to get back to that person later. But I was wondering because I got it from somebody I don't normally get DMs from, and wow, that was wild. Yeah, I've had many a talk with Ray about the podcast, the Dabbleverse, making money,
Right.
all that stuff, and he
Wow.
it's frustrating. It's just frustrating because it's like you you can't say you're not in the Dabbleverse if you're going on KB shows. In my mind, I mean, there's people that possibly, or I'm sure it's up for argument. You could
Well,
disagree
the
with me,
Dabbleverse, it's extended. The definition has been extended.
right?
Now the Dabbleverse includes MLC, whereas really the Dabbleverse was just Stuttering John before, and then like if you went on MLC not talking Stuttering John, was that really a Dabbleverse show? But now it's all just it's
Well,
the
it happened
fucking super
because
chat verse.
Kevin lost all his co-hosts at one point, and it was a clip show. So he was doing clips
Well, that's a good
of
point.
Shuley and
That's
Bob,
a good
and
point. That's a good point.
I mean, he got
Stuttering John
himself
was on a show for a while. You're right.
he got him, he got himself in it. That's where he wants to be. So he can't so you can't go on anyway. You can't go on KB's show and take the abuse that you take from KB, and KB is part of the
Excuse me.
Dabbleverse, and then you claim you're not part of the Dabbleverse. You just can't do
Right.
it.
Well, here's some breaking news real quick. Conor McGregor and Jake Paul reportedly on the table for July. Anyway,
That was exciting.
yeah. Dave dressed like a golf caddy that would suck off all the golfers. I did play golf today. That's why I'm dressed like this. I shot an 88.
Wow. Yeah, I don't play golf. I was hanging out with a golf pro last night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
played with a
have.
golf pro today. Not like a PGA pro, but a person with a 2 handicap.
I don't know whether this guy's
Shot
a
a 78 today.
PGA, but he teaches golf. Is that
Oh
what they
yeah, I
call
mean
it?
that's what this guy does too.
Teaches golf, and he had a pass. I would just assumed it was PGA, but he was telling me how you have to pass these skills tests
Yeah.
in order to teach.
Yep. Well,
And
you can get your pro card and teach golf and not be a PGA pro.
right, okay. So that's what he was. I guess that's what he was doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like a
So,
shit job to have in New Jersey in the middle of the winter, but what do I know?
hello, David. When I think of you, when I think of you on Cantalona TV, I think of greatness. Well, now I know you guys are just trolling me. But Dave's contest movement is hardly distracting. Oh, constant movement contest. Dave's constant movement is hardly distracting. Well, I am a very fidgety guy, Doom. I mean, you know this about me. So,
Between that, yes, it's. I just ignore it. That's the whole
yeah, you gotta
deal.
just
I
ignore
just
it. That's
ignore
what
it.
you gotta do.
So Mason in Portland,
Well,
I only listen to Joey's shows occasionally, and every time I listen to Joey's show, Mason is on there. So I think Mason would love to see you every morning. I just don't know how you would do it if he wants to do it in the morning and you're on the West Coast and he's on the East Coast. You know, I don't see you getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning to do the
no,
Joey C show.
it's definitely not gonna happen. I wake up at 8 every day, but I'm sorry.
That's it. All right.
I have no will to do that show. It's not gonna be funny. I'm not gonna make it any better.
You with me or what are you doing?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've had a couple of those before. I was 68 through 15 holes this morning, shot 21 on the last three. Well, that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy turnaround there. I mean, but also shooting an 89 is still pretty good though. So
That's
I shot an 88.
that's great. Sounds great. It has no meaning to me.
It's just golf.
But yeah,
exercise. I can tell by your face that exercise doesn't have a lot of meaning to you. Now,
I
maybe
bet I
if
weigh
this
less
was-
than you.
But yeah, that's because you're shorter than I am. But if this was the
That's
league of their
counterintuitive.
own and this was women's baseball, you might have a chance.
I might.
You look like you're from the movie.
If we
Were
were
you ever in
talking
that
about
movie,
that. If
League
we
of
were
Their Own?
talking about that.
We're the
Women-
members of
women's
the
baseball.
All-American team. We're one for run, we're all for run, we're all Americans. See, I'm turning into Ray right now.
I have a brother-in-law who's big into women's basketball. And
I
it's
bet
like
he is.
the only person I know who like has to watch women's college basketball. He's got to
Yeah.
watch it.
Oh,
And then
God.
he talks about it and I'm like, "All right, great."
Excuse me.
But Mrs.
I
Buckman
mean-
is very big into just regular college basketball, but that's a story for another
Young
time.
too, huh?
So yeah, so I don't really want to talk about Ray that much. I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. You know,
There's not. What is it? It's just like the movie 300. What can you do?
nothing.
You can't do anything.
Nothing,
There's nothing to
nothing.
do, Buckman. He doesn't. I sent him the clip. I still haven't seen it put on anywhere.
Yeah, that's look, it's a thing. Like you can talk to him about stuff that you know is successful, you know will work, and he won't do it. And then the Dabbleverse stuff, it's like, I don't know. You can't take this shit personally. Being insulted on the internet is just part of it, right? And nobody knows you, so no matter what they say, what do you care?
Look, I used to, I used to go into some Discord channels. All right, like I started off, when I first started doing Discord or getting onto Discord, it didn't have voice chat and all that. It didn't have video chat. It had voice chat and all that stuff. And then I would go into Kill Tony or I would go into other comedy servers with other open micers. And you learn kind of quickly, like not everybody wants to be shit on. Okay, so I get all that. I understand that not everybody's an open micer, an edgy putter. So you go into these communities, even though the community is based off people shitting on people, the fans don't want to really be shit on, is what I've learned. Now, with that said, in this world, I used to care. Okay, all right, I'm going into a server. If I call a girl in that server a fat pig, I used to care. I stopped doing it. people would get mad at me. I don't give a fuck anymore. If you're in this world, if you're in Spurgtopia and you're a fat pig and I go in there, I'm going to call you a fat pig. And I don't care because it's all part of it now. These people are they're all in the game. You want to be you want to follow lolcows and shit on people and be in the hate subs and the hate this. You better not be offended. With that said, those are the fans. Ray already, that's the fans. Ray already should be living by these rules because you're a comedian. The first thing, you call yourself a comedian, you call yourself an open micer, the prerequisite for that is you cannot be offended by anything. Literally. They can call your mother a whore. Even Liam getting mad that I talked about, fisting his mother. Get over it. People talk about fucking skull fucking my mom. I got a call from Ian Hawke. A random call from Ian Hawke one day. I still talk to Ian Hawke. Got a call randomly one day. Get a voicemail from him. I'm going to kill your whole family. I still have the voicemail. Great, funny voicemail. It's great. But so Franklin Scheckler calling me a pedo. I'm scared now because Franklin Scheckler has blocked me on Phil Elmore's blocked me. All of a sudden, Franklin Scheckler blocked me. I don't know what's happening.
Now I know why Phil Elmore won't come on our show. Why did Phil block you?
I don't even know. I guess there's only so many fat jokes you can take. I mean, they were also bystander though, and then they're always like, you always put at the end of you always put like, oh, got you or something like that. Like I always try to make it lovely or like fluffy and lively. I don't try to make it all dark. But yeah, I mean, maybe one too many fat jokes, Buckman. It's probably what it was.
See, like I don't do fat jokes. Like I wouldn't do a fat joke to Phil Elmore because I figure it's like it's too easy.
Well crafted fat jokes. All right.
That's a different story. You pick up a pen and you do it. Hold on, I gotta
bend. Not this low hanging fruit.
Oh, because that's what it seems to. Because that's what the whole Rob Saul thing was with Liam the other night. Just all low hanging fruit.
Okay, that's completely different.
You're right.
Rob Saul. I mean, it's different. Low hanging fruit. It's different. It's different in the sense that Rob Saul, ever since I was owning him 4 years ago and driving him off of Twitter, ever since I was doing that back in the day, Rob Saul has always been the same person. The I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever sticks to me bounces out, whatever jumps, bounce, whatever you throw on me, bounces on me, sticks to you. That's literally what he does. You make fun of him about having no audience at his show. He makes fun of you about not having no audience in your show. You make fun of him for being fat and broke. He makes fun of you for being fat and broke. That's all it is. So,
very exciting.
Okay.
And discuss. Cool. All right, I'm gonna run this. I want to run some SJ here. All right.
Okay.
And make sure you do a lot of talking so that we're transformative. Present. That's annoying, isn't it?
Personal, right?
No, it's not annoying.
But are you sure that Chewy's behind this big caper?
Julie.
I know that Pinky and Baby Fatso said that they were the ones to get this private eye to.
Can you pause it for 1 second?
Do this.
Got it.
I don't know how I never noticed this, but why does he have two black troll dolls behind him?
Well, he's at his mother's house.
Okay.
So they're not his.
Still doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, I'm just sure he found him somewhere. Why do you think?
He's got two black troll dolls behind him. I don't know what that means. All right, you can continue.
I thought you didn't care. I was a little reading too much into things, but that's okay.
This shit.
I mean, it's weird.
This is a serious crime now. I mean, you guys
Everything's a serious crime with this clown.
calling this Lee County superintendents, calling the animal services. I mean, is this? I thought it was never personal, always funny, right? Shitware, right, Vincent?
You know, it isn't. It isn't Shuley that's the one that's calling calling the animal control or following him around. But yeah, blame Shuley.
Well, it depends.
It's supposed to be. Isn't Shitware's slogan always funny? Never personal.
Well, one of those is true.
It seems to be never funny and always personal, right?
Pretty much. But are you sure that Chewy's behind this big caper?
Sort of misdirected anger.
Well,
I'm sure.
let's say that
I'm sure
Kate and I
Shuli likes
are-
capers.
Ah, I found out on Sunday. My wife loves capers.
And then that he has his filthy, snaky hands in it. Don't would you put it past him?
I hope he's not involved in this because it's
John loves his anti-Semitic comments.
serious. You're probably talking about multiple felonies, potential federal crimes,
Yes.
depending on if they move the phone across state lines. So if they all colluded in it, they're just as guilty as the person
fuck
that
is
acted.
he talking about? There's no felony.
Well, SJ's
Come
phone
on.
was supposedly stolen,
I know.
right? And then, but you have to watch it because it's like it's typical Vince with stuttering John. He leads him down a path, and then there's a fork in the road. John thinks they're going to go left, and Vince takes him to the right.
Actually stole it. Now, I have no proof that your phone was even stolen. I don't
Well,
really know the
I
details,
have
John,
proof.
so we'll get into it. I don't know if we're going to get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, Vince, let me just say he's contacted a friend of mine and asked the friend for money for the phone. And now, so in other words, he's trying to, so I mean, that's a crime. I mean, he stole a phone and now he's going to fucking try and sell it and tell him that he wants this like enormous amount of money.
Who's he? Shuli?
No, the guy that stole it.
So why are you blaming Shuli?
Well, who sent the guy there?
John looks like shit, doesn't he?
Who sent the guy there? Oh God, Joe.
Oh, John has
There's
this whole.
no guy.
There's an elaborate plan in John's head.
Oh,
But
Well, I am not going to make that jump right now, John.
No,
You're
no, no,
grateful for
no,
I
that.
can't stand.
I
This.
sped it up a little bit.
I'm not
That's
going
fine.
to say it's the
This is
shit way.
positive
I'm saying that Pinky and Baby Fatso, they got the pictures immediately that were on that phone. And they said that they had a PI trailing me. They're essentially saying they had somebody there. And the guy that stole the phone also stole my friends. 3 phones were stolen, Vince.
All right,
And
so
my-
can we back up, John? Because I was out for a few days. I didn't know what was going on. People thought that, first of all, this was something that I made up with you, and it's all bullshit. And I didn't understand initially
Pause
that
it.
you actually did hang out with Kate Meany. I told you privately. I said, this is all bullshit.
Go ahead.
So Kate Meany, did Kate Meany's phone get stolen?
Yes, we're gonna find that out as
So
well.
Kate Meany took a picture with her phone, sent it to somebody, and then her phone got stolen. Is what you're saying?
I don't know exactly the answer to your question because I thought it was John's phone that the pictures were
Oh, I guess
on,
it could be from John's phone.
right.
It could be from John's phone.
But
But
think about how you use a phone, and then that answers a lot of questions.
yeah,
It
they
raises
fucking
a lot of
chopping rails on it. Fucking chopping rails on it. They probably one
Shit, I
left
said
one of
the-
them in the fucking bathroom, like an idiot. Or they were talking about somebody. They thought somebody was stiffing the bill at one of the places. Maybe they fucking took their phones there. They're like, you bring it, give me your phone, and then you can go bring me the money afterwards. All right, go on.
Yeah. So Stalin put this comment up, and he said, "SJ said his phone died earlier, I think," which is what SJ said, but he also said a bunch of other stuff. So none of it makes sense. I think he was trying to say that the phone died after he had said something else and doxed his brother-in-law.
Pictures are fake.
I know you.
And can we start back to how long have you been talking with Kate?
Since she super chatted my show, I'd like to say a month ago, maybe.
And how often would you be talking?
Every night.
So you're back to your old ways with her.
Probably we talk more now than we did before.
So you came into the city. Did you have a plan to meet with her?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Who came up with that?
We both did. I said I was going to be in there on Thursday night, so let's have dinner.
So that was last Thursday night.
Yeah, it's past Thursday night. Yeah. And then I booked El Parador. I made a reservation on Wednesday night. She was very excited to see me, and she showed up, and it was, let's say, it was very, we couldn't keep our hands off each other.
So you started doing Thursday night, but then it's Wednesday night. You
We could have given each other.
booked El Parador, which is a
Wednesday night, I made the reservation for Thursday.
Where's El Parador? Parador.
El Parador is a Mexican restaurant that I go to all the time on 34th.
Where?
30-fucking-4th Street.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, did you plan to meet her privately or with a group of friends?
No, it was just me and her.
So there's stories that other
Okay,
people were at.
Vince, just don't ask. I'll take you through it.
Well,
So we go to El
again,
Parador.
make it clear for us.
So we go to El Parador. We barely eat. We're just kind of like really, hanging out, having a good time, as the pictures could tell. And then we asked the bellhop, not a bellhop, but the beer back, what do you call it? And a waiter to take some pictures, which he did.
Schmuckman.
And more than
beer
what you've
back.
seen so far. And then
Yeah,
she said,
a beer
I
back.
want to go and meet all my friends. I can't wait to introduce you to my friends. But
The
then
beer
we took a
hack.
cab uptown to, I forget what the name of the bar was. They were closing, so we went to the bar across the street. And that's where all the shenanigans happened. So that's where all her friends were there. She had a super hot friend there named
What was his name?
Emma. And then Emma's mom was there, who was super hot.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yeah, so you have these 3 hot women there, and it's me and
Can you say honey trap?
Kate, and then a few other guys. But there was one guy that, I don't know, just kind of became part of our group. That was the guy that stole the phones.
Well, you don't know that yet. We haven't established anything there yet. So didn't you go to a strip club after?
So what happened was, I do know that, Vince, but of course you don't understand what happened. So what happened was, my friend, his phone got stolen, and he needed it because he's going skiing the next day. So he was freaking out. So he confronted the fucking guy because he kind of assumed it was him.
Yeah, but the story's going on.
You ever give a deposition, Dave? We can't hear you. You're muted.
No, I've never
No?
been in a deposition.
I'm gonna tell you, I've been deposed a few times, and I do not like Vince at all, but he's really good. He's at doing this, At least with SJ, he is.
All over the place. Was that at the strip
It's
club or at
not
the bar?
going all over the
Hey,
place. We're at the
I'm
bar.
listening. I need a second though.
Where I said that's where all the shenanigans start. So that's where my brother-in-law's, maybe not my brother, my friend's phone
Ding, 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 ding.
was stolen. So my friend's phone was stolen. My friend was going nuts and confronted this tall guy. The tall guy got scared because my friend is intimidating because he's also from Long Island. And the guy got scared and said, oh, I thought that somebody just left it on the table. And that's how I know it's the same fucking guy.
Okay, well, that indicates maybe it took Doug's phone, but that doesn't mean that it's your
It's
phone.
not Doug. It's a
I want to put something to rest. And this is these Long Island guys thinking they're tough guys. All us kids that grew up in the city, we knew the only reason why these guys lived in Long Island was because their parents moved out there because they were cowards and they were afraid of mixing, race mixing. They didn't want their daughters coming home with a Puerto Rican boyfriend. And Long Islanders have never been tough guys. They like to think they're tough guys, but boy, do they bend, right? The first little wind, they're tipping over. A little stronger, they're breaking.
friend of mine, Jeff.
Well, it's your brother. Isn't your brother-in-law named Doug?
Yeah, but I said my friend. And by the way, the point being, Vince, it doesn't matter. The point being is, so that phone was stolen, and then but he got caught, so he gave
Right.
it back.
I would agree.
Kate and I both didn't know that our phones were gone because we were too busy having fun. So then when we went to the strip club, Flash Dancers, that's when, and still I didn't know mine.
All right, so I got you. So Flash Dancers in Midtown or downtown?
Flash Dancers is 45th Street.
There's 2 of them. That's why I'm asking. So Flash Dancers in Midtown.
Yeah, where's the other one?
I know Devin told me he passes one every day going to school, and I looked it up. There's one downtown.
Oh, no, it was Midtown.
Okay, so you got Flash Dancers in Midtown. Who'd you go to Flash Dancers with?
All of us, pretty much. Everybody.
So Doug, you, and Kate, and her
Yep.
friends.
Jeff, me, and Kate, and
Kate.
then Emma, her mom, and a few other of the guys. I can't remember their name.
So I'm just trying to figure out who was actually there because the guys seem to be the culprit.
It's really hard inventing the story for John. It's just trying to put pieces together.
It's potentially.
Yeah, it was one guy that I thought was Kate's friend Clark, but it wasn't. It was somebody else, some tall dude. And I have his phone number. I know where he
All
lives.
right, we're getting into that because so far you haven't indicated that you lost your phone yet.
No, so then we were in the cab. Then we were still just Kate and I took the cab back to her place. And then at some point when I got to a place, I realized the phone was gone. And
Okay, so you don't know where you lost your phone.
I don't give a fuck what you think, Dwarfy.
No, John, I'm just trying to help you out here. I'm on your side. I just want to flush it out. You do a lot of speculating, and that's where things can go right. So,
But I know that I'm right because the guy told my friend that it was him that stole it.
what guy told your friend?
The guy that stole the phone has been texting my friend asking him for money for the fucking phone. So,
Okay.
so obviously,
How many times can people troll SJ and him just accept it every single time? What a dummy.
this guy knew who I was. He's released pictures and everything else. So the speculation is only from, it's called the hypothesis. And the hypothesis is an educated guess. And an educated guess is because all arrows point to it was stolen.
Right. You would agree that with the hypothesis, we have to test it, the scientific method. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. However, you're claiming that someone is texting you, claiming they stole the phone.
My friend and two of my friends have gotten texts. And this person, guy, because I know what the guy looks like. And I also know where he lives. And I know everything about the guy. I know his name. I know his name.
I
Okay,
thought.
so then let's go back then. You went to Kate's
I
house
got it, hold
after
on.
the strip club, right?
Yo,
Sorry. I thought that he meant that somebody was texting from his phone, one of his friends, that he needed money. So he's saying that his friend's phone was taken and is being texted. I don't even know. This guy's
no,
so
so
full of it.
basically, no, this is what he's saying. What he's saying is, hold on.
Kate's got to work on him. Kate's working. Kate in Kate's mind, she's doing some big elaborate prank to KB and Chad. That's all that's going on here. That Joe's fucking retarded. Okay, Kate has like this vendetta against Chad and maybe even KB. She said it on WATP. We've got something cooking for him. Blah blah. Like she's in on all this, dude. She's doing something. I don't know what yet, but Stevie Lou wants to not believe me when I keep telling him she's planning something here. But
So I told you this. I might have mentioned it on the show. I think I told you this. So I guess it was like August. I was out to dinner with Ray, and she was calling him. Kate was, and like being a little like, "Hey Ray, what's going on?" And even Ray knew that she was trying to get him to say something and was recording.
yup.
Bitch,
Slut.
And Ray it was great because Ray hey, Schmuel is here. You want to talk to Schmuel? And she's like, no, I don't,
Dave
Hey,
says,
Kate, are you
wanna talk to
recording
Dave?
us? Are you
No,
recording
no.
us?
Well, look, she's starting young, so the good news is she's got a lot of time ahead of her to perfect this trolling thing she's trying to do.
Yeah, but it was, again, credit to Ray. Do it. Dan, we're going to get to you in 1 second.
Apartment.
Kate's apartment. When you got there,
All
did you
work
recognize that
well?
you had
I
your
think
phone?
so.
That's when I knew I lost it.
As soon as you got there?
Some point when we were,
By the way, Dave,
Yeah.
the confusion with the texting and stuff is that the person that supposedly stole his phone has been texting from another phone,
Right.
trying to ransom his phone.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that I get. But what I'm saying is, it sounds like here, because Vince keeps trying to keeps pressing him on, when did you lose your phone? You still haven't lost your phone yet. And then he keeps saying, no, because the guy's texting me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so is he talking about his phone, your phone, whatever? All right, continue. Let's go.
So, not really related, but what happened when you got back to Kate's house, apartment?
we went to bed. I don't know.
You went right to the bedroom?
Pretty much. I mean, I can't remember if we had some wine, but I think we went straight to bed. It was late.
What-
I can't
What time
remember
about?
if we had some wine.
Right.
But you would know if you went to somebody's house and had a cup there or not. I hate this guy.
This was last Thursday. That's a long time. I didn't. Dan from Nice Podcast, stupid. This is all the work. No, I think yes. I think the question is who's doing the work, though,
Yeah.
right?
And look, the funny part about all this is John's not even a part of this work. Kate's using John to try to do a work on Chad and KB, I think. Something's going on here. Kate's been planning something on KB for a while. This I know for a fact. Maybe on two fronts even. So people think VTL is behind it, but this isn't his style. Yeah, I don't know.
I just assume everything with John. My first thought is always VTL's behind it.
That's why
But
he kind
more-
of is like.
The more I
That's why
listen
he's
to
kind
this,
of like he's kind of acting a little bit like this is half performative John, half confidence John. Like I don't know how to. I don't know, dude.
see, I think
confidence John is you're gone.
Yeah, no, I think VTL. I think this could break John. Like if this is what I think it is, which is this that Stalin put up. I think it's all manipulation by Kate. This could actually break John, like really break him. And I don't see Vince doing that. Like I don't see Vince. Vince
Oh,
wants to manipulate the guy. He wants to make money off the guy. There's no money to be made if John's in a
No.
home.
I disagree only because I like right now John. This is the next step for John is truly quitting, or basically having somebody like VTL do this IRL thing because he's become self-aware. We've talked about that. He's become self-aware. The next thing for him is to either quit or move to the next level, which is IRL streaming. The problem is nobody trusts VTL to do this IRL streaming shit because he's got no chill. He has no like he's gonna send John overboard like he did with High Pitch. So if it's done correctly, like if it's done in a way like how they do with Perry, the handler knows the limits there. You need to set boundaries so he doesn't disassociate from the project. Like High Pitch, the guy like VTL went way too hard on High Pitch. He's pumping in jungle music and then there's all kinds of shit. So I don't know.
Right, but it's possible that Vince is not a stupid guy. He might have learned from that experience how to do it, but that's not
I
the
agree.
point. The point is that I don't think this is his style. When you watch this, it's kind of sad to watch SJ, but this could break him. I mean, I really think that. Like, he is in love with Kate. He
I know
really
what
is.
you mean.
And
She
he really thinks that he's broken through to her and like they're going to live together. They're going to move to the country and just, oogle at each other all day long.
you're kind of right too, and even his story is a little, I think goes along to what you're saying because his story doesn't seem like a story he's just making up. It seems like a story that he's either trying to remember what Kate told him to say, and that's why he's got kind of the confidence, John, too, because it's something that he's worked on with Kate possibly. It's something that he's basically like they've gone over together. This is like they've got a concerted front, as he tried to say before. He said converted front, like an idiot.
It seems like
A concerted front.
it's funny that you think he's being confident. I think he's lacking confidence in this. I think what's happening is I think 80%, 75% of the stuff that he's saying actually happened. Hold on. Not the I don't think he slept with Kate. I don't think he got anything. But I think much of the other stuff is legit. And he's saying it, but he's also at the same time trying to cover up other people. There's apparently situations where he looked bad in this, and he's trying to cover those things up. So it's like with the Doug thing, right? His brother-in-law, he got because he got so heated at Vince, he said, my brother-in-law. And then it was like, oh, my friend. And I think what he's trying to do here is he's trying to tell the story without revealing too much.
I see.
So he's making up lies as he goes along. But he certainly doesn't look confident. and he doesn't sound confident, and he's getting irritated at Vince at silly stuff. It's like
Yeah.
it's not he's not getting mad at Vince for important stuff. This is just silly stuff he's getting mad at. The
Now,
point
of course, when I say confident, John, I'm not. It's fake confidence because we know that the motive behind it is not a real motive. Is what I'm kind of trying to say. That like it's confidence that he thinks he's pulling a fast one on us is kind of what I mean.
Okay. All right.
So, continue.
I can see that.
Probably like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Okay. Now you had said something about her bed being.
No. I'm not talking about that. Please do me a favor. Some things I tell you privately.
Wait.
Anything that I've told
Go
you-
back. Right there.
We went to bed. I don't know.
You went right to the bedroom.
Pretty much. I mean, I can't remember if we had some wine, but I think we went straight to bed. It was late.
What time about?
Probably like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Okay. Now you had said something about her bed being.
No. I'm not talking about that. Please do me a favor. Some things I tell you privately. Anything that I've told you,
You're muted.
that's private. Please, can we keep it that way?
Well, we really didn't. Yeah, sure, no problem. I don't think we talked about.
What does he say? Something about her bed being shaped like something or a bed?
No,
What?
he told Vince that she just had a mattress on. She didn't have bed frames. Just had a mattress on the floor, and the bed, and there was blood on the bed. There's a key part to this story that we haven't gotten to yet, but no spoilers. Everybody's seen it. She told John she was having her period. Dave left me. Let's see if he comes back.
No. I
Anything
don't. I
happened?
just don't want
All right, fair enough. Did you hook up with
Anything
her?
I told you that was something.
I
That
don't know. I was out of it, John.
Sorry.
All right,
Out
just
of-
please don't. All right. Anything.
All right. So she told him that she was on her period, right? Which to me, all that really is you're not going to be able to get any tonight. Because the first time I'm going to sleep with you, I'm not sleeping with you when I'm on my period.
That's the lie that all girls give whenever they don't want to fuck.
Right. But Numbnuts here doesn't understand that.
I told
I'm
you
asking
before.
you the questions. Did you hook up with her?
Look, I'm on my
But
period.
anything I
There's
told you
blood
on
on the
phone,
on the
I
thing.
told you like when I was at the Verizon store. Please let's just keep that.
No, I didn't hear yesterday.
All right,
I don't.
I'll
I
just
can't
ask
watch.
you.
That's why I
Did you-
called you before because I knew you could
Hold
do
on one
something.
second.
I don't want anything.
I can't really. Bob's show's kind of boring to me. Can't really watch it. I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I liked it more when Chris Abels and Rob Saul were on. Now, mainly because they just shit on Rob Saul for an hour and a half, and I'm all for that because it basically just turns into the same thing with Ray. I mean, Rob Saul is basically Ray. So for years, even before Bob went on to started going on to MLC, I was watching Levyverse when they were doing it. Long before anybody knew who Hack Ride was or Blind Mike or whatever. So they were all. The only reason I bring up Hack first is because he was like helping Bob with this channel and all that stuff for a while.
He was trying
But
to.
yeah, long before any of that, long before we knew who even Ray DeVito was, people were shitting on Rob Saul. So
Yeah. What do you call it? I can't. Bob's show doesn't really do anything for me
I
either.
don't know what to tell you.
I don't get it. But hey, I wish him luck.
Thing revealed about anything that I told you.
That's
I got
what
some
you
more
gotta do when you're a
information from
Clipper. You
this
got to
person.
watch all that shit.
And I'm going to ask you about it, and hopefully we can figure out exactly what happened. So after you left the strip club, you went back to Kate's house. Did you hook up with her at her house?
But this is Baby Fatso just tweeted this out. Can someone get this tweet over to Stuttering John? I know you're going to go into the police to file a report today. Can you let them know Pinky and I hired not just one, but 2 PIs to follow?
Yeah, John, I don't get distracted by them. So far, they have nothing to do with this. You're at Kate's house, her apartment. Did you hook up with her there?
It doesn't matter, Vince. Well, why do you care?
I'm
What-
I'm trying to figure out what happened to your phone. Now, did you fuck Kate or not?
But the thing is, if you're a gentleman, you just say no, right? Or you say yes,
course.
because
No,
all
no,
you're
no.
doing here is you're trying,
Is alluding.
this
if you're a gentleman, you
trying
say
to
no.
walk the line
No. Yeah.
makes
if
you
you're a
look like
gentleman,
an
you
idiot.
say no. If you're a gentleman, you say no, no matter what.
Just curious because I'm a yenta. I'm curious.
I was just curious to the story of the phone.
Nothing happened. You don't go on fucking you don't go on live broadcast the next day and be like, yeah, fucked her.
Yeah, good.
I thought we were going to stay on
I'm not gonna
topic.
say it was a nice night with a nice lady. Okay.
I'll be able to prove it in a week when those genital warts come popping up down there on her.
God.
Oh, we didn't agree to anything. I don't know what happened. I think
No,
this is.
no, everything is fake. The picture, the kiss is all AI. We didn't do anything.
I was wrong. I had said to you this is
No,
AI.
you were right.
I was
Everything's fake.
wrong.
We didn't
I
do
said
anything.
I was wrong.
We didn't do anything. Don't worry about it.
All right, so you hooked up with her. I don't give a shit. I mean, did
Doesn't
you have sex
matter.
with her?
It doesn't matter. No, we didn't do anything.
I mean, I don't give a shit. Was her pussy tight? I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here?
That'd be a great show if we're not gonna get any information out.
She's got a pretty loose pussy for a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
I thought we had a ton of other things to talk about.
This is the biggest news going on in your life ever. You hooked up with a 24-year-old. I was wrong about you even doing it.
25. How dare you? I'm not a creep.
You had previously told me that you would never hook up with someone that is younger than your oldest child. What happened?
She took her
we
bra
started-
off.
Talking for the second time
She said yes, I could.
around. Not the first time. The first time, I stuck to that fact. I
The first time.
She may be 25 in physical age, but she's much more mature.
I was interested in Kristen Carney. Yeah, that's a fact, Jack, and Kate will tell you that. But when we started talking and she apologized
Kristen Carney wouldn't give this guy the time of day.
profusely and felt so bad, and then we started talking and laughing, and it became, a very, I don't know, like it was like we were, like it was. I know it seems bizarre, but it was like we were falling in love. It was crazy.
We were like two pea waters in a pod.
This is going to be so bad for this guy. The ending of this is going to be so bad.
That's not bizarre at all, John. Obviously, she's got major daddy issues, which is great for you. And you're
I
an
wouldn't say
older
that.
guy.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, John, if your dad was gay, you're going to have issues unless you're super strong mentally.
Well, Devin Alexander's dad is gay, and
Exactly, and expect them to have major issues.
well, put it this way: the person that is, because I see so many super chats. But the person. What happened was in the morning. Kate
pause it real
called
quick.
one of her friends, who she thought was.
And this is part of the reason why I say the confidence is because he hasn't stuttered yet. So he's decisive with what he wants to say. He's got a general idea.
Yeah, except two things. One is I think he did stutter when he was trying to make stuff up about the brother-in-law and some other things. And then there was another question that Vince asked him, and he looks to the sky, like he's trying to get the answer from God, and he stuttered then too. He's got a lot of tells. I don't think this guy should be playing poker.
Was a friend, and this friend is
This
the one
one is
that's
the biggest one. He does
spilling
this
all
when
this
he's lying.
information to who is involved with this theft.
He scratches the back of his neck.
Are you alleging Kate's phone was also stolen?
But what's interesting? But here's, if you watch, we're not going to watch the whole thing. But if you watch a whole Stuttering John show, when he lies, so in the beginning he'll lie and he'll do all the tells. He'll be the scratching of the hand, the look into the sky. As you move through the show and he repeats the lie, by the third or fourth time, he tells it like it's the God's honest truth. Like he develops confidence in the lie, and in his mind, he thinks it's the truth.
That's funny.
Stolen?
Not alleging, it was
How do you know that?
because she had to go and get another one.
And you saw her with a new phone?
She got it yesterday.
Is there any chance?
The answer is no. He has not seen her with the new phone. This is sort of an integral part of this.
Kate stole your phone while you were passed out at our house.
No,
Wow.
How do you know that?
Because
maybe
I just
she
know-
did
I mean, 'cause
steal
I know
his
she would do
phone,
that.
dude. I didn't even think about that for
See,
whatever reason.
what I've heard, John, from the person that's been texting me, who I don't know who it is, he's claiming that Kate took your phone.
really.
And I'm being serious. I'll send you the text to verify it. But let's just assume he sent that to me. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's saying Kate took your phone.
He said that Kate stole my phone.
Yes. And then I said, well,
Just watch John crumble. This is great.
how did she get into the phone without the
You can
password?
see his heart
And he
crush,
said
right
that I'll read it to you and I'll send it to you as I'm
there.
doing it. He said that the phone
See
was
the moment
initially
his heart
open,
breaks.
and then
Impossible.
hold on. She said he said that she said the phone was initially open and that she watched you put the numbers in.
Okay.
Wow.
Ding ding ding. But it's the only thing that makes sense, because if the pictures were on his phone, right, which is what seems to have been said,
Yeah.
because that was the first thought I had, is I put down he said he has an iPhone 14. I've got a 15. I put it down for less than a minute, and boom, the screen goes off. I gotta re-enter the passcode. So it's like, how could
I don't know. Go on.
it's possible that maybe he has his thing set so it doesn't reset every couple of minutes or when you put it down, but I doubt it, right?
Well, I guess I just really thought that the stolen phone thing was a lie, that I never even considered Kate stealing it. Which would only add to my idea that it's even more of a work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because she wants to be nice. She'd be like, she could steal his phone, and then like a day or two later, after she got everything off of it, just give it back to him. Now she hasn't given it back to him yet, which makes me think it might actually be gone, or she's like waiting for somebody, and it's close to Christmas, so maybe she can't get somebody so quickly to like take the stuff off for him. She might be able to just plug it into something, just remove everything off the thing, and then give it back to him.
No, I think
not like delete everything, just kind of copy everything.
Yeah, I don't see Kate. I think she's like the spy that takes the phone and then hands it over to somebody else.
Somebody else?
Yeah, I think somebody else did take the phone, and Kate's involved. But you just listen. But watch this poor guy, man. Just watch this fucking heartbreak.
Because the phone was dead.
Okay. I don't know, John. I'm just asking these questions. We're trying to figure out.
No, the phone was dead. So the phone, I couldn't have got into it.
All right, so initially, this is what this guy said. I'm trying to flush this thing out.
No, I know, but why are we trusting a thief?
I'm not. I don't know who's a thief here, and there is a chance it seems that Kate took your phone.
Isn't this guy trying to get some money out of you?
All right, so yeah, there's someone that texted me saying that he asked how much I would pay.
Did you see this? Have you seen this?
No, man, I haven't seen this yet.
How much
I
do
watched
you
some
think-
of this, but
How much do you think they asked Vince for the phone?
$2,000. Oh, you mean
Multiply that by 5.
They asked for 10 grand?
According to Vince. Here we go.
Pay for your phone. Now, I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't following this, so I don't know if this guy's lying or not.
Could I say how much he asked you for?
Yes.
$10,000.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of the truth. I had said that we could put 10,000 up. This is sort of unrelated, John. Oh, so he goes like this. So I'm like, well, give me some unique information that tell me that you knew exactly what was going on. He said John showed up really drunk to the restaurant. I said, I could have told you that. I didn't need to be there. That's what he said.
I didn't have it. Wait, El Parador?
Yeah, I mean, what else place could you? Oh, wherever you met. Was that the initial place you met?
Yeah, El Parador. And I had my first drink when Kate got there at El Parador. I hadn't had a drink before that, so I was not drunk at
Send
all.
Joey the link.
I was sober.
Here's what he wrote. Kate was surprised that he showed up completely trashed and stunk like booze.
That's a lie. That's a blatant lie.
Just ask him, why would he show up to a date like this? I wrote, that's not a reveal. If he showed up sober, that would be news. That's what I wrote to him. No. He called her the next day asking her what happened. I go, yeah, that's what drunks do. All the regular shit complaining about prices and things. I could have told
finish up. I need one more second. Sorry.
you that. I kept putting Z's. He's trying to get people to buy him drinks. I'm like, yeah, that's John. That's nothing new, right? What part of this is new? And then,
well, first of all, the guy.
oh, so
I got to imagine that this guy drinks so much that it's just coming through his pores and he stinks all the time. When I was a young guy, I had a roommate who used to go through at least a 6-pack a night, probably more. He was a skinny little guy. and he just, no matter when you saw him, he would only drink at night. But you could see him at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and he would still stink of booze. And I'm thinking that's got to be what this guy is like.
But John, here's what he goes. It was there. I got this. How did she get the phone? How did the phone get swiped from John? I asked him. He doesn't know. What's the story? He didn't drop it. It was there. She took it.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
then, so he's saying Kate gave him this phone.
I'll keep reading this to you and I'll send it to you. Any clue how his phone could be in Ithaca? John, you had told me that
Yes.
Apple said that your phone was in Ithaca, New York.
Yes.
He claims Apple said it. He had no use for his phone that night. He's implying you're trying to hook up with her. I didn't verify. All right. I'm not sure where her mother lives. I don't know why he would say that. Is she in Ithaca by any chance?
No.
Or upstate New York?
No.
Okay. Oh, she went through it while he was passed out.
I doubt that.
Let's see. But she
I doubt that is such a tell.
snagged it while he was plastered. And then I wrote, how much money did you have in your pants if she went through? So those texts and everything will come out. What do you mean? She went through his phone. She probably copy and pasted all his texts to his kids and all that shit. Oh, how'd you get the password? So that's what I asked her. It was open at first because he put his phone down and then she watched him enter it.
I mean, the only way that could have been possible is when I was sober at El Parador, and we were though. So
Look at the eyes, the eyes looking towards heaven.
Right. So
you know, our
the old CIA
You
thing
see by the
is, from that movie is up and to the left and you're telling a lie, up and to the right and you're telling the truth. Now, that is true for people who write with their right hand. If you write with your left hand, it's up and to the left, you're telling the truth. Up and to the right, you're telling a lie. So he was looking up and to the left there, but
Is he left-handed?
he's right-handed.
The smart people like me and Obama were left-handed.
I'm left-handed.
we
too,
were all
so
over each other. There
stupid
wasn't
fuck.
any. I wasn't putting any passcodes in my fucking phone. You know, I was busy fucking paying attention to my date.
Obviously, that's why there's
So
a
I
chance
don't-
maybe.
I don't look. I don't think look after what happened with the.
His birthday is like 10/6 or 10/8/61. His passcode's probably like 10/08/61, you know?
I mean, my sister's is fucking.
Yeah.
It's like 7934. It's like her year and her favorite number. Jersey.
Taping the phone calls.
Charles
I mean,
Barkley.
is she capable of doing something? Has she done something like that in the past? Yes, but I don't think she stole my phone. I think this guy's just full of shit.
Okay, said phone wasn't dead. That's just you trying to squirm out of it.
Vince, I swear on my life, because
You don't have to tell me, John. I'm just telling you what he wrote me.
Kate will attest to this. When I tried to
John swears on his life a lot.
get on my phone, it was dead. She was with me when it was dead. And the other thing I'll tell you is, so let's get this straight for a second,
He
Vince.
used
Now,
to swear on his
ask you to
kids'
use your
life a
Columbia
lot,
brain.
and that's why they had to change their genders.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Okay. If
Oh!
my friend's phone was stolen and we found the guy that stole his, which was a man, why then are we going to then jump that there's two perpetrators? The guy stealing my friend's phone, and then Kate's phone was definitely stolen.
Right? So it's really funny because it's like John is like, yeah, maybe Vince is right. You know, maybe she did steal a thing. But now he's got to be that shining white knight and defend her.
And I
She
know
wouldn't
that.
lie to me.
And then my phone is stolen. And then somehow this guy's alleging that the only phone Kate stole was mine. She didn't steal her own, and she didn't steal my friend's. So therefore, again, my hypothesis is this guy's just trying to put it on Kate.
Well, this is the guy that you're claiming has the
Kate, as you
information.
text me, Kate, as you text me right now, did you steal my phone? I'll believe you. I will.
Send her a text. Let's talk to
Oh
her.
my
I
God.
don't, she doesn't want any part of the Alvarez, but Kate, just text me.
Kate, if you're listening, or if you're not listening, text me and
Text
tell me
me.
if you stole my phone or not.
And tell me I love you. Don't you can't do this.
Either Kate told John to tell people that their phones got stolen, or Kate stole the phone. That's what I think. I think the phone stealing thing is all a lie. I think Kate told him for whatever reason. That part I haven't figured out yet. I don't know. Something weird about it.
I
don't
only
he got
think
his phone stolen. He wouldn't have a phone yet. He would not have a phone yet.
Yeah, he would. He went to the Verizon store. You get him right away.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Doesn't
didn't have
have that kind of
insurance
money.
on it. And he had to buy another phone, and the phone was $1,000. And he called
I
Vince
don't-
from the Verizon
just
store.
don't
I'm
believe
sure he was asking
Yeah.
Vince to help him out.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Look, I don't know whether it was stolen or lost, but I'm leaning towards it was taken,
Yeah.
and there was a point to it being taken.
Have we
I,
seen
I
his
don't
brand
believe.
new phone? Have we seen his brand new phone? Have we seen the box of the brand new phone?
No,
Somebody should super chat him and ask him to see the box of the brand new phone. I don't believe him. I don't
all
believe
right.
him.
You did. So I just did you
He
steal my
wouldn't have
phone?
a phone this
It's-
soon. He wouldn't. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There's no way. There's no
He
way.
went to the Verizon store. He got a new
I don't
phone.
believe
You
it.
buy it
I
right
don't
at the
believe it.
place.
I mean, I guess they could put it on the bill. There's no way he has I know that he just got paid from. All right, I don't know. I don't
No, he
believe it.
said he says in here that they let him do monthly payments.
I know they let us do that too for Verizon if we want to, but all right, all
It's a
right.
simple question.
I want to see the box.
It's not a compound question, is it, Vincey?
No, it's a beautiful question. The only thing is, John, she could obviously misrepresent the answer to you. So just because your friend's phone was stolen doesn't mean that that same person stole your phone.
Of course not, Vince. And just
Right.
because, and just because Lindsay
I get
Lohan.
what you're saying, John. It's an indicator, but it's not 100%.
All
You'd
right, so
agree.
so if the same guy kills 10 people, and then the 11th is the same way that he was a man on a mission.
Did you ever have your phone outside of your possession throughout the night?
No.
So you're saying this guy had to get the phone from your pocket
Yes.
in order to steal it.
Yes.
But your brother, his phone, brother-in-law's phone, was left somewhere.
Friend, God damn it.
Your friend.
Uh-huh.
He actually had his
See,
phone out there.
already. It's all
No, he had
bullshit.
put it on the
All right,
table.
pause.
Right. You never
What do you
did that.
mean it's
I might have put it on the.
See, because anytime you got to lie about one thing or another, he's too much omitting the truth here. He's lying about the brother-in-law being there, being the friend. There's so much going on here that you can't believe any of it. You
so
cannot.
yeah, you
And I gotta
you-
go, but go on.
Yeah, me too. I think, frankly, I think we can leave it here. But let's see how it pans out. But this is my prediction: is that this is a work, and Kate's playing him.
So who's the work from, and who's the work on, and who's involved with it, in your opinion?
I know Kate's. I know Kate's involved in it. I would not be shocked if Shuli was in on it. But my guess is that his calling, because somebody said this and it makes sense. His calling the mother saying she was a cokehead, his going on the air saying she was a hooker, right? All that stuff. That this may be payback for that.
Well, she did get the tapes. The tapes are pretty bad.
Yeah, and imagine if she could nail both SJ and Chad at the same
Well, that's
time.
what I think. I think Kate Meany is trying to pull a work on Chad in some way, and maybe using this to as like a peace offering to getting closer with Chad, so she can do something like that. So
I didn't
I don't
think
know.
that. I didn't think that. I don't think this is going to last that long.
no,
But-
it's a half-cooked idea that she tried to think of, and
Right.
it's not going to
And,
work in my opinion.
the phones may be a red herring. I mean, the whole work may just be that
and look
Kate
at you,
knows
you
this.
have no herring.
Kate knows this guy is in love with her, right? So
Yeah.
let him come in. Let him, like one of those movies where the girl, shits on the guy. That's like in a high school thing. She brings John in. She gets him to fall in love with her. All of this stuff, and then boom.
Yep.
And
Maybe.
yeah,
I'm here for it though.
I'm not. I'm not arguing with Stalin on this one. I didn't think they were that bad
True.
either. I was very disappointed at DabbleCon.
It's true.
When they when they played the same tapes they played. I just assumed that there were more, and they decided to go easy on them, but that didn't happen. Then I have to remember this is all like a work and entertainment and whatnot. So, I can't get them to do what I want them to do.
It's good
But
vibes.
I think that the tapes have affected him and his relationship with his family.
100%.
That's what I think this stuff is about. And I don't know. That was part of like when I was at DabbleCon and I heard it was basically all the tapes I'd already heard. I'm like, did they not want to like hurt his kids and that's why they didn't reveal some of the other stuff? I don't know. But no, he didn't suffer any consequences. But he doesn't have anything to suffer at this point, right? I mean, what has he got left?
His YouTube channel, the #6 comedy podcast, so #6 most super chatted comedy podcast in the United States.
Is his
And with that,
is SJ's?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
Hey, so we're done here. We're gonna wrap it up. I just want to say Thursday night, 8 o'clock, Will Heron will be the guest.
Yep. Try
All
to be on
right.
with that for 2.
And we want to, I really want to ask Will how he got into this universe and a little bit about his military experience. I had called Will a war hero, and he, like me, served at a time where neither one of us went to war. So we're only sort of semi-veterans.
Right.
We did all the shit, but we didn't get shot at, which is very cool. But I was in the Air Force, so the odds of getting shot at there are pretty small anyway. In any event, I just doxed myself. In any event, we've got that, and we've got the Joey C. New Year's resolutions coming up. That should be fun. And that's it. And Dave, anything that you would like to plug before we go?
Follow me on YouTube, David Sarah. Follow me on Twitter, David XL. Dave XL. Thanks.
Yes,
Buckman.
and Dave
Talk
is
to you later,
close
buddy.
to monetization, so if you want to help him out, that'd be awesome. Stalin, thanks for being here. You're the best. All right, guys. Have a great night.